thank you very much to Chantal and Hershus for giving us this platform where we can talk to you guys about marketing. We at Action Coach specifically believe that this is now the time that you need to improve your online marketing. So what better subject to choose than social media marketing? Can I just get a hands up? Is everybody here in business, and are you interested in social media marketing, or are you just interested in meeting new clients? All social media marketing, whoop, whoop, excited about it. Okay. Any fundies on social media marketing here today?
That should be good.
Yes, I don't see that.
I definitely know of one in the room.
And
She's a protege.
okay.
Oh, yes, yes.
Excellent. Okay, so any person can learn more.
Definitely.
What you learned today, you already know more than yesterday.
I learned everything I know from.
Yes, and Rona too as well. Cool. Okay. So first of all, to introduce our panel to you, our panelists here this morning, I'm going to ask all the questions. I did ask. Did Chantal ask you if you've got any questions forwarded on to us? No. But we will give you time for questions and answers afterwards. I got most of the answers that the laymen would ask. I have to ask. If you have any other questions, please just write it down and let's get to that questions and answers later. Okay? All good? Right. So on my right here, we've got Susie Bauer. She's from Red Matchstick. She owns and created www.redmatchstick.com after 25 years marketing in the hospitality industry. 6 years ago, she went full-time into learning and practicing digital marketing. She's now a marketing coach, helping businesses embrace the necessary technologies and marketing opportunities to attract, nurture, and convert ideal customers. Important. Attract, nurture, and convert. Susie says, we work together to create a strategy that integrates social media, Google, local marketing, the website, email marketing, and reputation management to get clients increased reach and awareness necessary to attract warm leads. A mouthful. So welcome here by us, Susie. I hope that even we can learn from you today.
Thank you, and thanks to you all for coming out this time.
Yes. Chandra Williams is the owner of Deshawn Marketing and Promotions. Chandra obtained a BCom degree with majors in business management and industry psychology from the University of Stellenbosch. She gained marketing experience while working in the UK at one of the largest promotional pen companies. That is where she obtained an in-depth understanding of online marketing, which results in constant leads and inquiries for her clients. And we know that overseas online marketing is huge. She founded Deshawn Marketing and Promotion CC in 2010 and has been servicing clients with social media marketing, website design, promotional gifts, and corporate clothing ever since. So that's 10 years now. Congratulations.
Well done.
The marketing services are tailored to each business client's need because it's this understanding that allows you to stand out and grow a business. Again, a key point, it's what is the client's needs. So all of them will determine what the client's needs are and then act upon that. Welcome, Yabas. I hope you can teach us a lot about online marketing, having a website, all of those things. Then on the far right, we have Ronald Daintree. He's from WSI. I learned this morning that WSI is the holding company, can I say, and they just a franchise in South Africa called OMS. So Ronald Daintree is a WSI digital sales executive, skilled in sales management, networking, and customer service, and with a qualification focused on business administration and general management from Millpark Business School. Ronald is an esteemed member of BNI, Toastmasters International, as well as a member of Rotary. You can see that on his lapel there. Ronald strives to assist clients with getting the most from their online presence. He understands the need for exposure for companies to generate an income and uses a wide variety of digital marketing solutions to help his clients increase exposure, develop online relationships, and increase lead generation. Again, these keywords: exposure, relationships, and then increase lead generation. So those are the three important things that all three of them has highlighted for me to what social media is all about. So can we please give them all a hand? So what is social media management? Marketing. What is social media marketing? Social media marketing is the use of social media platforms so that you can get your business out there, so you can get your brand out there, so that you can generate leads. There's multiple reasons why there's social media marketing. So let's hear from the Fundis. Can I ask each one of you first, why do we need social media marketing in today's day and age? Let's start.
I think the most important point to make right up front is, especially for the dinosaur amongst the group, but social media is an additional marketing tactic. Nothing has changed in marketing. It's an additional tool, and it's a modern tool. It's part of a marketing toolbox, and if you don't embrace it, you're not going to go and fish where the fish are, because your clients are on social media.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think social media is an underestimated platform, especially business owners who find themselves busy with their day-to-day tasks. We think, oh, social media is just for the people who want to hustle or look for information. But if they are looking for information, and they might be looking for something that you're offering. So social media is important, especially for the business owner, because it's a community where people are spending a lot of their time lately. Many people are sitting on their phones and they are scrolling social media. So now more than ever, it's actually very important for you to appear in your prospects timeline.
Thank you. Ronald?
Look, I think it's pretty much already been said. People are on social media, so if you want to market to people, you should be on social media. I'd add to what's already been said and say that in today's technology age, we've got a lot of people who don't want to be approached by people for sales, and they want to do their research first. So when you're active on social media, first of all, to know where your target market is, but to be putting out information that's educational. And that way you can build a reputation so that when people, because on social media, you're approaching people in their personal capacity. It's their recreational time. They're not in a buying space just yet. So it's a good idea to show up in a more valuable way so that when they're ready to buy, the reputation you built leads them to approach you.
Very important, very important. Thank you. A good comment, awareness. It's to be visible, to create a visibility all the time, whether it's weekend, whether it's week, it's in their personal capacity that they look at it. So one day they're going to need you, right? Okay. Chandra, can I ask you, what's the difference between lead generation and brand awareness? I mean, it's like, am I going to generate more sales for my business? Am I going to make people more aware of my brand? Or am I just driving traffic to my website?
Well, brand awareness usually comes first. If people don't know who you are, how are they going to find you or trust you? So brand awareness is the act of getting your brand out there. So you are advertising, you are giving information, like you mentioned, you're giving educational or informative or even inspiring information, something that you want to have associated with your brand. So with brand awareness, you need to determine what is the message you want to put out there about your business. What do you want to tell people when they see your brand? What is the first thing that comes to mind? So that is brand awareness. With lead generation, that is the activity where you go out there and you're actually getting interest in your products and your services in your business. So what you want to do is get people to either contact you or to give you their contact details so that you can get in touch with them and sell your products and services to them. So there's a very distinct difference. Brand awareness is getting yourself out there, and lead generation is actually making contact with the customer in order to convert them into a full-on sale.
And are there different strategies for those two?
There are different strategies. You need to sit down with your marketing consultant and determine what your goal is in terms of increasing your brand awareness and generating leads. going to set up a strategy that is based on advertising who you are, maybe building a community on your Facebook page, your social media pages, creating an informative, comfortable environment for people to engage and interact. So you're not constantly selling
Yeah.
with that sort of strategy. It's more informative. With lead generation, you're going to actively have call to action functions on your ads, on your promotions, so that you can actually gain interest and get contact details or make sales depending on your type of industry or business you're in. So they have two different strategies, and those are the type of strategies that we set up for our clients. We have to determine what your goal is. In most cases, we actually align the two. So we create a strategy that has your brand awareness as a goal, as well as your lead generation as a separate goal. So they run side by side.
Okay, so you don't do the one without the other. That's what you're saying. Do you agree?
I agree.
You agree? Okay. Cool. Thank you very much for that. Susie, why does social media fail? What do we do wrong? Why does it fail?
Selling all the time on social media.
And
As we've
like
said,
yeah.
it's a social space. You're intruding into people's private social space, and they don't want to be sold to continuously. The big power of social media, it's a place where you get people to like, know, and trust you. And people buy from businesses they trust. So social media is a great place to get people to like, first of all, find you with brand awareness, etc., and being on the platforms that they're on, and putting content out there that they value. So educational, entertaining, enriching, that's why you see so many inspirational quotes, because people relate to that. And by learning about your ideal customer, you know what they connect with. That is all part of building them to the level where they might click through to download, in which case they give you your contact details, or click through to your website or whatever. They're very unlikely to do that until they know you.
Question.
How many of us here has got a separate, a business Facebook page? And do you allow posting onto that Facebook page?
Every day.
Or you
Oh,
allow
no.
other people to post?
No.
You see, I created the Boxburg Business Forum. I can't even remember. So I have a page, and what I find, people want to connect on their page only to post adverts. And that's what I find. People are, as you say, just selling. So I've restricted it now to Fridays only. May you advertise your business? Because for me, in my description, I said this is for people to learn more about business. So this is a learning platform that I wanted to create. Yet people post their things on, and even when you sign up for, when you join groups, that's what you see there, is this advert after advert. So please refrain from doing that. When I see a post coming through during the week, I just delete it.
Love to answer it.
I delete it and I give them, I get them now to, so that I have to approve the post.
What is a very powerful thing to say, if people do that on your page, on your forum, on your group, is to encourage them to get people to like, know, and trust them. So encourage them to add value on your page. If you go back to them and say, how about actually posting tips? Or something you've just discovered, or something interesting. So you're actually building your reputation. And then if people like you enough because of the content you share, they'll click through to your profile.
That's it, yeah. It's like what she was saying, is that you need to create brand awareness through information sharing, that kind of thing, rather than just advertising, say this is for free and this is special for those things. Thank you for that. Okay, Ronald, what is your favorite social media platform? Because you're across all platforms. So what is your favorite?
I don't have a favorite.
Okay. So how do we
I don't-
recognize favorites?
I don't have a favorite. I specialize in LinkedIn. I really know how LinkedIn works. And,
There's not many of those people. That's why I invited him specifically to talk to us about LinkedIn, because I think that's undervalued at the moment.
yeah. So my favorite in terms of how I can access a new network is LinkedIn. But I really enjoy Facebook. I really dislike Instagram.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy Facebook. It's a real social environment.
But listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's social. Where LinkedIn is far more professional. Am I
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So LinkedIn is far more professional,
Yeah.
but there is an element to being social there. It's just social in a different way. The difference between maybe going to a BNI meeting or sort of going to the pub.
Okay.
So LinkedIn
Yes.
would be the BNI meeting,
Good.
Facebook would be the pub. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
That's a good analogy.
That is very good.
Yeah.
Okay, so depending on the target market, will you decide what is your best medium to use?
Target market as well as strategy. So the one thing about LinkedIn, which is unique among social media platforms, is that you can search by criteria. So on LinkedIn, you can search Johannesburg, the food production industry, and CEOs. And you can get a list of CEOs in that criteria that you don't know, and you can start connecting with these people. Obviously, you need the right strategy so that you don't spam them and upset them. And so that's unique to LinkedIn. Nothing else can do that. On Facebook, I still advise people to connect, depending how they manage their Facebook, in their personal capacity with certain customers.
Yes. Yeah, it's still that person-to-person conversation that you
Yeah.
must have. And there's tools and tricks and ways of connecting with people. I mean, I've even had the spammers or the guy say, oh, you've got such a nice smile. Thank you, bye. Yes.
Block them.
Yeah, block
Yeah.
them. Okay, so Susie, this one is for you because you're an expert on this. Because that's what you do. You train us on how to do this. How often should one post?
It's a very busy place, and you are very easily forgotten because of the noise out there. So I'm afraid, at the very minimum, I believe that you have to post once a day on Facebook, once a day on Instagram, and I don't understand, correct it, but I recommend to people once a week, great quality content on LinkedIn. I find the casual inspirational posts on LinkedIn a bit displaced, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I think there we want professional content, and I say to people, if you really create something really valuable once a week and put it out there, people will start noticing it.
Sorry, can I add
Yes,
to
please, yeah.
just to the LinkedIn side? I post once a day to LinkedIn, but I change my content. So I would often post about tips on digital marketing or whatever, but I identified that my target market is leaders, things like that. So I'll start changing it up with things maybe from entrepreneur.com, just on leadership and things like that. So it's got nothing to do with my business, but I'm still posting interesting, valuable content, but it's changing the tone of the conversation. So it's not always like digital marketing. Yeah.
And of course, LinkedIn offers you the ability to just post, but also write an article. So probably to your comment, if you can put an article, and assist me here, Ronald, if you do an article once a week, a valuable article, but do a post once a day.
I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah.
It's a complex answer, I think. I'll try and simplify it. You should put maybe one article a quarter on your LinkedIn page. Articles should live on your website, and then post on LinkedIn with a link so that you're driving the traffic to your website. It is, however, important to have a few articles on the LinkedIn page.
And there's groups also on LinkedIn.
Don't waste your time.
Okay.
Don't waste your time.
You see, that's why
They're exactly the
experts
same
here.
as you just mentioned, just
Yeah.
people trying to promote their own services.
Yeah.
On Facebook, there are really good quality groups.
Yeah, and LinkedIn?
No.
Not, is it? Okay. Thank you. So, you mentioned something about the website. What's your feeling about the website? Should every business have a website? And how should social media, talking Facebook and LinkedIn, those kinds of things, how should they integrate?
I think it is important to have a website for your business. And if you have a business, and how do people know what you do? Where do you showcase your products and your services? It's just on Facebook. If someone wants to know more about you, they're going to visit your website. So your website, for those who don't actually have a physical store, for example, would be your shopfront. So if you're a service provider, or maybe you work at home, whatever it is, you need to have a professional looking space where you can send your prospects to your customers to see this is what you do, this is the professional platform that you use as your business. So it is essentially your shopfront. If they go, they're going to see your website, they're going to form an opinion about what you do, who you are, and that will also gain trust. Many businesses who don't have websites, people just push them aside. They go into Google, find another one where they can actually view, read more, see pictures, and actually contact that company through their website. So with regards to integrating it with your Facebook, what we do is every once a week, one of the posts, or it depends on the industry, it depends on how website-based your business is. One of the posts will be directly related to directing traffic to your site, and those clients who have articles on their websites, because we also write articles and publish them to the client's website, that article is also particularly targeted as a post in your timeline. So one of the days we're dedicated to an article space, or once a month rather, will be dedicated to an article space that is linked to your website, so people can actually go to your website, read the article, find out more about you, and hopefully interact with you. A website is important.
Do you want to say anything on that?
I've got these two girls know my comment. Building your business on social media is building a mansion on rented real estate. A website is your owned property online. You are not in charge of your marketing on social media. Facebook has lots of rules. You are not in charge of the narrative in some industries, health, etc., etc. Whereas on your website, on your blog, in your articles, you can say whatever you like. You can brand your business effectively. You can make claims. You can do all those things which you cannot necessarily do on social media. And I really urge you not to rely on social media alone.
Please repeat that. The real estate.
Social media is somebody else's property. If you build your audience there alone, you are building on rented real estate. And would any of you do that? No. So build your own website that you own, that you control, that you can update, that you can change as your business changes.
I like that. So your website is your real estate. Your business is real estate. Your property, your asset. Because that's what a fixed property is. Yeah? Your real estate on social media is your website, which is your asset. So never skimp on that.
Can I add?
Please,
Very
you can
quickly.
anytime.
I would say that it's important to remember that when somebody wants a service or a product, they'll go into Google. They're not going to be searching social, well, I mean, there are a few people that will, but most people, if they want something, they're now actively ready to purchase. They will go onto Google and they'll find something, or to somebody that they know. So it is vitally important that your website is geared up first for business, so people can find it, it's the first thing. But you want that space where you can manage that kind of traffic when people are ready to buy. Social media traffic is like, again, it's in their personal space. They might not be ready to buy it.
And it must also be professionally designed. I know Wix is free, and you can quickly do it, but it should look like, you see what the professional is saying, it should be professional enough that this looks, that's your image of your business. People don't see anything, they don't see you, they see your business in your website. So that must be professional as possible.
First impressions.
First impressions, it's the image of your company. So you referred to personal and business. So I would like to ask Suze, what is the difference? How do you punt your brand and how do you punt your personal?
Look, it's very, especially in small business, I think a person is their brand because people trust the person they do business with. So it's very important that you probably do not differentiate. So I recommend to small business owners that they keep their personal stuff on Facebook 100% private. And the rest of you is out there for your customers, prospects, suspects, get to know, like and trust you. the very interesting thing for me is when we talk about personalizing a brand, because people buy from people, is that the big businesses relate to celebrities, use influencer marketing, use celebrities to do what? To personalize their brand. So it's always about people doing business with people. What do you guys reckon?
I agree with that.
Yeah. Look, I agree with that. 90%. I manage my personal Facebook account in my business capacity because I spend a lot of time in the networking space. Who knows now with Corona what we're going to do, but anyway. So I meet a lot of people in their personal capacity and then I connect with them on Facebook. And I've had tons of referrals because I manage, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but I think Facebook prioritizes in terms of their algorithms an individual's posts in terms of a company's post. So when you're posting about your business in your personal capacity and you've connected on Facebook with people who can either refer business to you, I should probably clarify that. When I say in terms of business and networking, I mean referrals. So I'm not connecting with my customers, I'm connecting with my referral groups so that when they're dealing with people, they can give me referrals based on my activity and how I've built my personal brand. So, I mean, I agree with everything else that you've said, absolutely. Yeah. But your personal brand is hugely important. People buy from people, exactly.
Can just comment on that, please?
Yes.
The difficulty arises when you want to attract more of the same kind of people into your audience. You cannot advertise to that audience if it's on your personal profile, and Facebook does not take criteria from that audience in order to identify a lookalike audience.
You can invite people to like your business page.
That's
that
what
you
you should
connect
do.
Yeah.
with.
That's
And
what you
if
should
If they like and trust you enough in your personal capacity, they will follow your company page as well.
Does that make sense to you?
Can I add to that?
Yes.
Not everyone that's in your personal or connected to you in your personal capacity is someone who's going to necessarily sell.
And you don't want them on your business
Yeah, you
profile.
don't always want your customers or your clients on in your personal space. But sometimes you want to switch off and disconnect and have fun and live your life. And then you have people asking you questions about business or whatever it may be. And that should be reserved to your business page.
It's better not to blur the line. It's better
Yeah.
to keep it separate.
Sometimes people do blur the line, especially when they are small businesses starting out, because you don't have as many followers or fans on your business page. So the line is blurred a little bit. But as you grow, you need to move all your business activities to your business page. Because after all, that is where you're going to advertise. Sure. Yes.
And the important thing, I was thinking while Chandra was talking, is for us as business coaches, we need to build the community, or we need to show the community that we're also people. Because our slogan says real people, real results. So we try to show them that we also have a life. We also have difficulties, challenges in life. We have fun in life. So for us coaches, it's different to when you say from a professional point of view, us coaches must be people. And we can add on our personal stuff and our challenges
You
and
must.
our experience.
That's what people connect with.
But you see now that the industry is different. So the marketing per industry is different. The marketing per target market is different. So there's not a one size fits all. There's not a one solution for all companies all the same. It's not a general solution. And that's why I have a question here to say, well, what if we can't do it ourselves? Did I ask you why does social media not work?
You did ask me, and that's because I answered that question, but just to add to the whole thing and why I'm in business is because people don't know what they don't know. And if you are going to outsource, be educated with your outsourcing.
Yes.
Because you make it very difficult for your agency to deliver effectively if you don't know in the first place what results you want. And you should also know what to measure. With all due respect to agencies, I see far too many report to their clients that the clients don't have a clue what the
Yeah.
reports actually mean, and it's a very pretty graph, and that means our stuff must be working.
Yeah.
That is just not fair on clients. And I think it's incumbent on agencies to educate their clients continuously. It's their job to measure what works, what doesn't work, and educate their clients every month about what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, which content's working, which content isn't working, which campaigns are right. Are you selling the right thing? Are you selling to the right people? You need agencies to help you with that. But understand the basics, because you're going to waste money and time with that.
It's like having an accountant.
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's like having an accountant and they send you through your monthly P&L and you don't have a clue about what's happening there. No. So very important, be educated on that. I have a few questions that you can ask an agent when you decide to sign on a marketing agreement. I do have a few questions that you should ask to test them or whether they know. One being, what would be my return on investment? So yeah, there's specific questions when you do want to sign up a person to do it for you. And at one of my BNI meetings the one day, I took out 50 Rand and I said, who wants to buy this 50 Rand off me for 20 bucks? And of course everybody said, yes, I'll take it because I give you 20 bucks, you give me 50. Of course it's a no-brainer. So that's our coaching. I explained that's how our coaching is working. You have to invest. You can make it. And the same with marketing. Don't ever let your accountant tell you that marketing is an expense. Marketing is an investment. So when you invest in somebody, either to train you on how to market your business or somebody who can do your marketing for you, that must generate for you more income than what you put in. So that's what we call return on investment. If I put in 20, I expect 50 back. That is my return on my investment of 20 Rand. And as I say, don't see marketing as a cost. It's never an expense. Good. So you get a monthly report normally from these agencies. What would your answer be? After how long can you see the return on your investment? How long must you allow this person to take the money from you?
Well, usually between 2 to 3 months, because in the first month you're setting up your campaigns, you're determining your target market, you're making changes to your target audience in Facebook, you're changing content, you're seeing what works, so it takes about a month or so to get that more or less right. In the second month, it's running more smoothly. You can see what kind of leads are coming through, whether they're quality leads. You still need to change your campaign a little bit more, adjust your target audience. Then by month 3, you should have a better understanding of whether you're getting quality leads that are converting into customers for you. So usually about a 3-month period. It also depends on the industry, it depends on how big the particular product or service might be that you're selling. So it depends on the value of the sale as well. Sometimes we just need to make one sale and it will cover your entire marketing budget for those 3 months. It all depends on what you're selling.
Also depends on your marketing objective, because now what about awareness?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I suppose that awareness is part of the first month already.
Yes. So,
Why don't she stole your answer?
So she did steal your answer, but that's as long as it gets covered, I think that's the important part.
Anything else to add?
But yeah, I was just going to say the timeline does very much depend on, what your industry is, how what's your sales cycle like, how long is that going to take? And then what Susie said, I don't know if it's Susie. What Susie also said is it depends on the objective. Return on investment doesn't mean rands return on investment. Return on investment means, well, I want to grow my Facebook followers to X amount. That is your KPI. So you need to make sure that you know what you want and how that will result in revenue, because that's really what you want to look at. But what is your objective, and how is your agency or your internal marketing department measuring those KPIs?
You see, the importance here for me is there's a sea of fish out there. And you can throw out your net and say, well, anybody that I want to catch, please just bite. Okay? Or you can say, for this 3-month period, in your strategies, in your goal for what you want to achieve in the next 3 months, you've got to decide, I'm going to only fish for tuna. I'm going to fish for sharks.
And that's much more effective.
That's the effectiveness of effective marketing. That's the golden nugget that you have to take from in my effective marketing, and it's like any marketing strategy that you take on, is who is my target market? Where do they reside? What's their age? What is their designation? Where will I find them? It's the who, what, where, and when that you always have to have. Who here has got a marketing strategy planned for the next 3 months? Oh, well done. And your business is going to flourish. And did we start off by saying that now's the time that you need to market online?
Yes.
So how can you expect your business to work if you don't have marketing strategies? So if you haven't got a marketing plan in place, if you just sit back and wait for the phone to ring, is that what you're doing?
Getting very
It's
depressed.
really quiet then.
It's very quiet there because nobody knows about you. How will they phone you? You can only pray this hard and hope for work to come to you. But remember, God gives you the mug, the jug, and you must fill it with your own milk. You can't expect somebody to come to you if they don't know what you're doing. You can go out to networks, you can go out to these events, meet new people, but you've got to be online nowadays because the competition is fierce.